Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Hello? Oh. Ooh. Are you sure? Are we? Hello? Welcome in, everybody. Randy Replay here. Bet. Randy Replay is bet. Bet. Oh, F it. Randy Replay back at it again. Minnesota Vikings football online on the air all across the SSN. It's border battle number 4 here, and the last time we play the Packers this side of the bye week. Actually, until season's over. Like, this is it. This is the last time we play the Packers, pending any weirdness for the playoffs. But if you look at the bottom middle of your screen, the division is solely in the hands of Minnesota right now. So this is number 1 and number 2 going together, or head-to-head, however you want to put it, in the NFC North. Before we get to kickoff, we kind of touched on it last week. All the players that we signed to the practice squad have been taken away by different teams 2 weeks in a row. My goodness. And then all the weird things that happened in Seattle with the video feeds, we completely lost all the footage. So you're going to have to take us at our word. If we go ahead and we look at the team schedule, it'll show us how many times the broadcast got disconnected. 6 times in total, as you can see there in the column. And my goodness, you talk about frustrations. We had some technical difficulties in that one. Minnesota eventually got done pretty close to 10 p.m., 51-30 winners in that one. For the Packers, they had a heartbreaker. If we can find them on the list, here we are. They had a heartbreaker against the Raiders. So Davante Adams returned to Lambeau. Went the way of Davante Adams, a 1-point victory. Or 1-point loss for the Packers. That's how we look at it. Coming off of a 2-game win streak, of course, they played us just 4 short weeks ago. And now they got to play us again. We were winners 51-40. They made it interesting coming down the stretch. But Minnesota has scored 50+ in every single game, minus the Falcons game this season. So look for us to put up similar numbers at home in front of our hometown crowd. That's really about it. I mean, there's nothing really else to get to. We can take a look at the injury report for both teams like we normally do. I think Brian O'Neill, yeah, he's still out for 2 more weeks. Ab tear for him. We go to the Packers. Hashtag must be nice. No injuries to speak of. It's a barren wasteland over there. So we are going to get down to kickoff. Both teams are getting ready to take the field. And Minnesota's going to be wearing their throwback home jerseys, the second best jerseys in the NFL, in Randy Replay's eyes. Speaking of which, this has been Randy Replay. Kickoff is next. And hello and welcome. Everybody's favorite time of the year, the Packers at home at US Bank Stadium. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Justin Jefferson. 1,100 yards on 48 catches. Top of the NFL. There's A-Raj and all the other guys in green and gold. And as Old Glory waves, we welcome in the Packers, who were just introduced moments ago. Boo! Boo! And your Minnesota Vikings being introduced as we speak. This is live footage. Here they come. Anthony Richardson will lead them out as we get ready for this one. Border battle number 4 in this franchise. The Packers have our number. Yeah, Minnesota 1-2 against the Packers in this franchise, and hoping to make it even Steven going into next season, pending any weirdness for this offseason. That kind of rhymed. For the Packers, 18 sacks on the season, 6 picks, allowing 54% completion percentage to opposing quarterbacks. Not a defense to be taken lightly, despite their record, especially with a interception-prone quarterback, as Anthony Richardson has showing he is becoming the last couple of weeks since the 9 picks in the Falcons game. Brian Osmo Jr. Brian Osmo III, as he always does, takes a bow towards Joey Sly, who has his left hand raised to the sky. Hey, that rhymed again. My goodness, I should write a children's book. Kaboom, we are underway. Minnesota and Green Bay. Another touchback, and we welcome in the Juicy A-Raj to US Bank Stadium. Pads look a little heavier than usual. That's not stopping him from having a good season. 1902 for yardage, 15 touchdowns against just 5 picks. Looking to change that here today. And we'll see what he has in store as he'll come out in the shotgun. Aaron Jones to his right. Of course. Big pass rush by Minnesota. Big face wash by Harrison Smith to start the game. No gainer, as Rodgers will go to Jones to the right. No gain. Bring him 2nd and 10. Big hit put on. My goodness. Anthony Richardson looking on, of course, as he is watching the defense do their thing. Alan Lazard in the slot the last play. Now he'll line up wide right. Rodgers gets the snap. He looks middle, throws middle, caught Lazard. There will be a flag, and we'll get the call here.
Holding offense.
That's going to go against Green Bay. Holding against Aaron Jones, and that'll push him back a little bit. We'll do it again. 2nd and 12 now. DJ Wanham in there. Hunter playing defensive tackle. Is a handoff to Jones. Left side gets popped by Cam Dantzler. No gain. So on 1 catch and 1 run, Jones has nothing, and more importantly, the Green Bay offense has nothing through 4 plays. Rodgers looks right, throws, caught. Tunyon holds on. Big first down picked up by these Packers. They needed 11. They got 13. That's what they'll do to you in his own coverage. Minnesota, a couple bodies just in the middle. You gotta... Rodgers will pick you apart if you stay in that zone. So a fresh set of downs for the Packers. Minnesota plays press coverage, rather. Jaquelin Roy. There's an obvious hold. It is incomplete. I don't know if had anything to do with that, but look at this obvious hold on Danielle Hunter. These are not getting called here. My goodness, you gotta see this if you're the refs. So, and we'll see what happened with the Lazard throw. Just dropped it. Okay. So I thought maybe the defender got a hand in there. He did not. Lazard just making a rookie mistake, even though he's not a rookie. 3 tight ends to the left of the formation. Jones single back set. One of those guys will be in motion. Hendricks tries to guess the snap count. It's not going to work. Big hits put on by Murphy, Bunting, and Smith, as Jones will get a big carry, 17 yards. My goodness. So 17 yards, and they do it again. Shotgun for Rodgers, gets the snap, gives it to Jones. Jones missed tackles all around the board. Finally get brought down by Troy Dye. Last week, 15 for 140 and a touchdown. Does have 5 on the season. So Aaron Jones has diced us up here before in the franchise. So we'll see what they want to do for him today. There's another Jones run. Troy Dye, fumble, punched out by, do you believe that is Andrew Booth Jr., and Danielle Hunter will come up with the ball. So Andrew Booth Jr. ranges over, punches the ball out, and it's kicked right into the lap of Danielle Hunter. Look at that punch out, my goodness. And that will bring out Anthony Richardson, the first time donning these throwback jerseys for him. My goodness, they look good. 2,280 yards, 20 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. He is a rookie. We'll give him that. He would have under 10, but he threw 9 against the Falcons. Had another multiple one in Seattle. I do believe he had 4 there, so not the best season. So good majority of those interceptions coming within the last couple weeks. So looking to limit those. We'll see what they want to do. 1st and 10. after the turnover. Hawkinson man in motion left to right. It's going to be a gift to Dalvin. Dalvin will get about 4. Last week he had 187 and 2 touchdowns, looking for his 9th today. Just shy of 900 yards on the season already for Dalvin Cook. My goodness. Needs about 6. Richardson from the shotgun gets the snap. There's a short throw across the middle. Cop Thielen. Thielen angles inside, and he's got the first down. They're going to go no huddle. So you hear the Baru. They're going to go no huddle. See what they want to do. Richardson calling an audible. Line of scrimmage. Talking to the offensive line is... Looks like Thielen and Johnson are the motion men. Is a gift to Dalvin. Dalvin cuts up the middle. He will carry a defender, and that is 900 yards on the season for Dalvin Cook. He signals for a first down. Darnell Savage, the one to bring him down. Doesn't matter. First down. Oh, my goodness. Kevin O'Connell looking on as Minnesota gets to the other side of the 50, rather. Another give. Dalvin. Dalvin tries to kick it out, but he'll run right into a defender. He'll get 4, though. Minimal gain, given what was presented to him. Richardson talking to the offensive line. Okay, Smith Jr. acknowledges. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap. Short throw across the middle. Cop Thielen again. Angles towards the middle. He will get up to the 25. And they're going to go no huddle again. So Minnesota keeping it moving here. He's going to spread out a couple wide receivers, and Thielen will motion inside of the bunch formation. So here we go. Richardson gets the snap. Got a couple options left side. It's TJ Hawkinson. He'll get about 4 yards, so probably not what he was looking for, but he had to take the check down. You gotta sometimes take what the defense gives you. Excuse me, my nose is just acting up here today. Richardson under center. 2nd and 6, JJ man in motion. And JJ will be stopped behind the line. 3-yard loss. We gotta stop doing those outside of the red zone. Oh my goodness. So Richardson from the shotgun here. See what he wants to do. He's going to send TJ Hawkinson motion right to left. Weird snap corralled. Throw middle. Caught Dalvin Cook. First down. That pick play worked again. And Richardson will keep the drive alive here on 3rd down. So Hawkinson thrown out there. Just pick that defender. My goodness. Do it up, do it up. And we continue. Here we go. From the shotgun, Richardson gets the snap. It is a throw outside Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook will angle in, and he will score. So Dalvin Cook with a receiving touchdown here as Minnesota strikes first. 6 points off the turnover. And my goodness. My nose is just giving me so many problems. I do apologize. Joey slide attack on the extra point, making this thing 7-0. Kick is away. It is good. Got to keep him out. Red zone defense pretty good this year for Minnesota. Rodgers flushed. And it's Romeo Doubs on Cameron Dantzler. How fitting to end the drive in a touchdown. And if you're Dantzler, I don't know how you play that any better. You got to get your hand in there, though. Maybe that's how. Either way, this to tie it up. Snap, spot, kick. It's all good. 7-7 after the 9-play, 75-yard drive. Anybody make a play. They're going to drop DJ Wanham in coverage. An extra defensive back in air quotes. Rodgers flushed. It'll be DJ Wanham pointing down at Rodgers as we finally hold him to a 4th down, and they're going to go for a field goal. This to make it 10-7 if they get it off. They will not. So at the end of one, it's 7-7. Soon to be 10 pending the kick. Just 12 yards of rushing for Minnesota. My goodness. So here we go. The snap. The spot. The kick. It's all good. So 10-7 on your Monsooner scoreboard. Sloman kicked the Packers to an early lead. Courtney Richardson under center. He's got 3 wide receivers to his right. It's another rollout. It's got a man. JJ right side again. He's going to take it all the way down to the 17. And JJ, that's why you go get yourself a J. Jeff. After the catch, he is one of the best in the NFL. I almost said best. Well, I guess he is the best at the wide receiver position. After catching the ball, he makes a lot of guys miss, but my heavens. And with that throw, the Minnesota Vikings quarterback has surpassed 100 yards on the day. And it's Sam Laporta going in motion from right to the left, breaking up that bunch formation. And Dalvin Cook will take it up the middle. They weren't fooled on the motion, so my goodness. It is what it is. It is what it is. Richardson out of the shotgun, gets the snap. As a man, left side, Thielen gets the catch, goes out of bounds just 5 yards there. Kind of hoping he would stay upright. What happened? Yeah, just hit him a little bit too late. He had to go down. Good call by Thielen. If you're Minnesota, you have to score here. We'll see what they got planned. We'll see what they got planned here. Richardson under center, gets the snap. Throws it up for JJ. Broken up in the end zone. He wants a flag. He's not going to get it. We're going to take a look real quick as they will send Joey Sly out to tie the game. Good throw, one-on-one against JJ. You got to give it to him. Oh, he wasn't even touched. He just came, he dropped it on the way to the ground. Okay, so maybe the elbow hit the shoulder. Maybe kind of jarred the ball loose. Oh, my heavens. Oh, no. Regardless, Joey Sly on to tie the game. 10-10. Gotta come down with that if you're JJ. The snap, spot, kick. It's good. 10-10. We're all squared away here. Oh, man. I had the right play. You just gotta come down with it. So we're all... Excuse me. Must have been this bad soda. We are all tied up. Joey Sly will boot this thing. Down in the end zone, and here we go again. Aaron Jones today finally getting going here. 10 carries, 40 yards. Now averaging 4 yards per carry. Rodgers continues to be in the zone. Gets the snap, looks middle, throws, caught, picked off Murphy Bunting. So Sean Murphy Bunting has been all over Alan Lazard when he's on that right side of the field, and he finally gets him. He's overcommitted one. He does have a pass deflection on that side of the field, and another hold. Another hold, it doesn't make any difference anyway, but Murphy Bunting, when Alan Lazard is on that side, he has been all over him today. Lazard moves, Murphy gets his. Good job. Real quickly, we go back. Danielle Hunter got held again. And they're not calling this for whatever reason. Am I dumb? Is this not a hold? I want to say that's a hold. I mean, I don't know what else it could be. You get beat, you hold him. I mean, doesn't matter, like I said, but my goodness, come on, you guys. It's the integrity of the game. Either way, Richardson will take over from the 36. It's another play action. He's got a man. Oh, he just overthrows JJ right side. Richardson patting his chest, saying that's on me. Just missed him. We've seen that before this season. Second down play will go to Dalvin Cook. He'll bounce off one defender. Be brought down after a 5-yard gainer, and now Minnesota. What do you do here? Richardson under center, gets the snap. Thinks he's got a man. Batted, picked. My goodness. No. Tripped up, still on his feet. Oh my goodness. As Darnell Savage with the interception. And we're going to go back. Savage waves goodbye to Minnesota fans. Yeah, he just floated this thing. Into triple coverage. What did he see? Okay, so it was that second stunt there. I mean, still though. It's just ill-timed interception. That will silence the crowd here at US Bank. Doesn't get it. This to force a 13-10 lead. Snap, spot, kick. Perfect. I will silence the crowd yet again, so Green Bay will score another 3 off of the interception. So now Joey Sly will come on, 61-yarder, his career long, to tie the game again. This to tie it for a second time. It's good. Wow, that thing could have been good from 65. And from the other side of the 50, Joey Sly ties this thing up. He's angling towards that right upright. We've had a couple doinks. And Joey Sly's been a little inconsistent this season. Kind of worried when he gets back there sometimes, but when he's in a controlled environment like this, seems to be pretty good. As another touchback for Akane, or Akane, however you want to say it. It's a bit. Second down. Quick throw over the top to Thielen, down at the 12. So these quick hitters to Thielen on the left side. And another first down. Nail biter for sure. We have been back and forth. Game has been tied thrice so far at 7, 10, and 13. Wow, what a throw. Had Johnson over the middle too. And Richardson making things happen again. Moving some protections. Gets the snap. Short throw right. Thielen again. Sorry, I thought that was Hawkinson. And they'll go no huddle. So Minnesota going no huddle. 2nd and 6. Just prior to the 2-minute warning, he will get the snap off. Dalvin weaving. Dalvin pushing. Dalvin fumbles. I do believe Minnesota has the ball back. No signal. It's Minnesota's ball. My goodness. So Dalvin puts it on the ground just south of the 2-minute warning. Oh my heavens. You want to talk about nail biter. So now what do you do? 3rd and inches. From the 3. Can you trust Dalvin this far down? Minnesota will take a timeout. Kevin O'Connell will call the offensive coordinator over to his side, and whew, Randy Replay is heart, as well as everybody else's here, just skips a beat. So Richardson, empty setback, shotgun. Tries to get him to jump. Not gonna work. 3rd and inches. Richardson, it's a keeper. Richardson he gets it. Richardson will get it. They'll take a timeout. Now they have 4 downs to work with. I mean, he really barely got this thing. Let's go back if we can. So on the QB keeper, Richardson. Just barely stretches that ball at the end of the play there. Enough to get it. Whew. Okay. So Well, Dalvin, the story of the season, 2 touchdowns away from 10. He's got 8, looking for his 9th. See if they'll give it to him. Richardson waves Hawkinson in motion, left to right, right to left. Talking things over with the offensive line. Tries to get him to jump, not going to work. Give us to Cook. Cook will weave and bob in. Easy score, and he slams it down. 9th touchdown on the year for Dalvin. Minnesota goes up right before the half. They get the ball back in less than a minute, and what was on the clock? 54? And just the 1 cuts by Dalvin this season. How many times have we seen that? My heavens. So this to make it a 7-point game, 20-13. Snap, spot, kick, it's all good. Will the Packers? Zadarius Smith will go back in coverage. Throws, picked off Murphy Bunting. He gets his 2nd of the game. He'll take it out, but it's not going to matter. We get a big play when we needed it. So Murphy Bunting. I think Rodgers wanted to go through the middle. He was looking that way right there. He quick flips to the right and just really didn't see Murphy Bunting because the backdrop of the end zone is purple. Maybe that was it. So Rodgers looking middle, flips right, interception. My goodness. So now if you're Minnesota, you have the lead. Definitely don't want to put yourself in a weird position. I say just run this thing out. The give is to Cook. Cook gets bounced around. And that is exactly what they'll do. They probably won't run a play. As they're just kind of standing around, not really in a huddle. Hands on their hips. Yeah, they were starting to walk towards the bench. No, they come back into the huddle. They might run a play. Hold on. Minnesota. Maybe acting like they're going to run a play here, and they will not. So that will be the end of the first half. Minnesota up by 7, 20-13, your score after 2. Here's the numbers there, if you're interested. And for the rest of you, let's take a look around the league, shall we? And we go to the East. The Chi-Town Bears against the Baltimore Ravens. They are taking care of the Ravens. Come on! 21-7. Justin Fields, 2 touchdowns in that one. My goodness. Come on, Ravens, help us out a bit. It's another divisional battle. And the Bengals, Super Bowl winners, 4-2. Handling the Pittsburgh Steelers 14-10. We go to Foxborough and Giants. Taking care of the 5-1 Patriots, at least for now. Jalen Hurts, 2 touches in that one. And hello and welcome into the booth. Anthony Richardson enters this halftime break with a 93.9 QB rating. 16 for 22. That's not terrible. That is a 72% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 185 yards, 1 touchdown, and the 1 mistake. In this one, I want to point out Rodgers has 2 picks. 18-year vet. Juicy A-Rod. Dalvin Cook, 15 carries, 50 yards, 1 broken tackle, 1 fumble, 1 touchdown. He's hitting it all here today in the stat column. Justin Jefferson off the end around, ran it once, loss of 3, probably won't do it again. And then Anthony Richardson, 1 for 1 on that QB keeper in the red zone for the first down. Adam Thielen leads the team in terms of catches, 5 catches, 49 yards. Dalvin Cook, 4 for 46. JJ, 4 for 51. Dalvin Cook has a touchdown as well receiving. Tyler Johnson, 2 for 35. TJ Hawkinson, 1 for 4. Nobody cares about blocking. There's no stats there anyway. Going to go to defense and look at total tackles, and it's Harrison Smith with 8, Kendricks, Murphy Bunting, and Troy Dye with 5. Tackles for us, we have a bunch. 2 by Kendricks, 1 by Smith. Smith, no relation. Hunter and Harrison Phillips. Sacks, we only got back there once, but it really kind of turned the tables on that drive. After that, Green Bay couldn't do much. I mean, they had that run by Rodgers trying to get the first down. We forced a punt, one of the only punts in the game. I do believe we forced 2 here today, but Danielle Hunter getting back there for the lone sack. 2 picks by Murphy Bunting, like we said before. Pass deflections. He also had 1 on Alan Lazard. That was a big key 3rd down play. 1 forced fumble by Andrew Booth, recovered by Danielle Hunter. No, excuse me. Most of it was bad soda. No block kicks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings today. Joey Sly, 2 for 2. Longest of 61 to keep the Vikings in it and tie it up 13-13, and then we go ahead and we score a touchdown here today. Hunter Nicewander, 1 punt, 50 yards, netting 49. So they got 1 positive punt return yard out of Nicewander today. So there you have it. We're going to get you ready for second half Minnesota Vikings football. Thank you for joining us. This has been Randy Replay. I'll see you in just a minute. Taking advantage of it. My goodness. Here we go. Rodgers doing the same thing. Seemingly changing into the same play. Minnesota will not change their defense. Rodgers throws. Short cut. Jones will be brought down 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Same look, different play. And here we go. Rodgers, shotgun, 2nd and 5. Changing it up again, sending Tunyon to the left again. Troy Dye will kind of motion that way. Rodgers, short throw, caught. Fumble! Jordan Higgs and Boo Jr. will scoop it up and take it out of bounds at the 34. Pushed by a member of the Packers. Wait a minute. Okay, so Jordan Hicks, skull chance rain down from the heavens. Jordan Hicks causes the fumble. Andrew Booth scoops it. And I do believe he got pushed by a member of the Packers staff. And maybe we're getting under the Packers skin here in the second half. So there's the fumble. We'll see if we can see it. Yeah, he got pushed. I mean, he stopped his momentum. Look at that centrifugal force. And Booth having some words with the member of the training staff. My goodness, sign him. I mean, he stopped him on a dime, didn't he? He barely got off that white paint. Look at that for a guy running almost full speed. Oh my goodness, sign him. Andrew Booth gives him a little nod. Good job, young man. And Cook to the left of Richardson in the gun. Gets the snap. Throws. Picked. And TJ, you got to get that ball. Oh, and Richardson cuts him down. Richardson will cut down Adrian Amos. But, I mean, if you're TJ Hawkinson, you've got to get in front of this thing and catch it. Like, it bounced off his hands. It's kind of not on Richardson, but I mean, they didn't really give us a good broadcast replay. We're going to go into the SSN replay, which is always better than the broadcast replay. SSN, hashtag SSN replay. It just bounced off his hands, and you got to corral this thing. That's a perfect pass. That's a first down. Just catch it and go down. And second tipped ball interception today. Darius Smith will drop back into coverage, and Jones will just walk across the plane. My goodness. So this to tie the game. Sloman. Snap. Spot. Kick. It's good. We're tied up again. Offensive coordinator going over last minute things with the offense. JJ sitting down late. So Minnesota playing press. Give. No. And Jordan Hicks forced fumble. Sack fumble. Jordan Hicks will get a sack fumble on Rodgers. Big second down play. Danielle Hunter will tackle the Packer that recovered the fumble. That is Aaron Jones. Big hit put on. And now it's 3rd and long for Rodgers. So now what do you do if you're Minnesota? You've got to come up with a play here. You've got to come up with a play that supports what you're doing. Rodgers out of the shotgun, gets the snap. All the time in the world, he's finally flushed. Rodgers throws an errant throw. Tipped. Die! Almost had a pick. He looks at his hands, but then he claps, realizing it didn't go into the hands of a Packer. So it is worst case scenario. But there you have it. You like to get that pick. Rodgers flushed. Bad throw. Wachowski into punt. Chisena stands back at his own 6. Tries to bounce it out. He will not do such a thing. Gives it to the 17. Receiving from his 6 was a guesstimation there. Minnesota will play press. Rodgers, shotgun. It's the snap. It is a run to Jones, and Jones weaves. Finally gets brought down by Dantzler at the 14. Jones has 100 yards on his day. Brought down by Dantzler, as they just mentioned. So here we go. 12:21 left to go in the game. Under center is Rodgers. Throws, caught. Weird throw, weird catch. Lazard down to the 2. And if there's ever a chance or a time you need a play, it's now. First and goal from the 2. 4-3 defense deployed by Minnesota. Rodgers jumping back. Gets the snap. Throws. Batted away. Cam Dantzler finally on Romeo Doubs makes a play. Good job, Dantzler. Walk alone, you tiny Dantzler. All right, here we go. Rodgers, shotgun, gets the snap. Looks, throws. Batted away, Harrison Smith. Oh, my goodness. He had it. And Harrison Smith came in there and forced a drop. And it's now 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, Minnesota. What's going to happen here? We're going to find out. Rodgers, shotgun. Man in motion, Romeo Doubs gets the snap, gives to Jones. No, they keep him out. Big decision. Well, not really. I think he got to go for it here. No, they're going to go for... Sloman's out to go for a field goal opportunity. Why wouldn't you go for the touchdown? The kick is away. It's good. It's down at the 1. You literally have nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, Minnesota gets the ball down at the 1. You have the momentum on your side defensively if you're Green Bay. Either way, 23-20, 11-17 left to go in the game. Wangwu from the goal line gets popped down to the 25. Rashawn Gary on the tackle. Richardson, empty setback shotgun, gets the snap. Pump fakes it. Throws, caught Thielen across the middle. First down to the 18. So Adam Thielen, the unsung hero of this game, 6 catches, 69 yards, and a big 3rd down completion there for Richardson. They got JJ covered. They doubled him up. Hits as he throws. Good catch. One of the best in the league in traffic. So now Minnesota in the Monsoon Air red zone. 9:05 left to play. It was to Dalvin. First down again. Get 2. I mean, I get it, but I think we're becoming a little predictable here. 2nd and 8. Dalvin. 4. 2. Gonna give him 2 on the play. And they're gonna give him 3. So Dalvin Cook, gain of 3. Trying to drop a play is Richardson. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap. Throw across the middle. It's JJ down to the 1. I can't believe he didn't get in. No time to get the point off because they're going to go no huddle. Throws, batted, almost intercepted. Didn't see the other safety. And that. Whew. Oh boy, that is a heart stopper, so not the best decision there, Minnesota. Richardson calling an audible. 2nd and goal. Give us to Dalvin. He'll walk in for number 10. So Dalvin Cook, number 10 on the season, Minnesota, for now takes a late lead. And Jones thought it not necessary to block. So Dalvin will go in just to make it 23-27. Joey Sly's kick away, good. DJ Wanham will be sent out in coverage. Short throw across the middle, wide open. Romeo Doubs, big hit, holds on down to the 9. And my goodness, Minnesota, if you do this, if you blow this lead, oh snap. Kendricks. And in motion, Romeo Doubs again. It is not. It is a give to Jones. Kendricks will take him down. And here we go. Minnesota needs a stop. Who's going to give it for them? Get it for them. Rodgers out of the gun. Minnesota will play off. Rodgers looks middle, throws right. Caught, but didn't get much. Robert Tunyon. And here we go. Biggest play of the drive, or of the game, really. Daniil Hunter in coverage, and my goodness, it's Romeo Doubs. They sent Daniil in coverage, and Romeo Doubs comes free in the middle. He's listening in Green Bay, pending any weirdness. And oh, Kendricks just overcommitted. You have two guys next to Rodgers. Kendricks, stay there and you get a pick. So 3:59 just to make it a 3-point game. Snap, spot, kick. It's away, it's good. So 3-point game, 3:59. Kevin O'Connell. I don't know if that's an angry fish shake or a I don't know what. I don't know why you would fist bump in this situation. Long move from the goal line. Gets up. He fumbles and he puts it on the ground. No! Rasul Douglas will pick it up. Wongwu. Was he down? Not a shot. Not a shot. Just punched out. Oh no. So here we go. Just bring him down. Aaron Jones up the middle. Down at the 17. Rodgers throws, caught. Lazard down to the 7-6. And if they score again, it's a 10-point lead. And they're using those picks that Minnesota uses. Those pick and roll type plays. And it works to perfection there. So here we go. Rodgers gives to Jones. Jones will fight through the first tackle by Dalvin Tomlinson. Worst case scenario, they come away with a field goal. And then you have to score a 2-point conversion. So here we go. And Jones, run up the middle. Minnesota Vikings will take a timeout north of the 2-minute warning. I don't like this strategy, but it's worked for them in the past. 3rd and goal from the 4. Minnesota, we've said it before, but this is the biggest play of the game. Rodgers throws, tapped out of the end zone. Sammy Watkins. Jordan Hicks will keep him out. And now you got the 2-minute warning. Get a block. You're good to go. 2-minute warning hits. Woo. So Sloman Try and kick him to a 33-27 lead. The snap. The spot. The kick. It's all good. So a 6-point game. Vikings need a touchdown. I said 2-point conversion earlier. Randy Replay's kind of a dolt. They need a touchdown to win it. Wangwu from the 4. Just don't. Well, he's trying fancy stuff out there. He's trying to get it up. He gets it up to the 27, so Richardson will get pretty good starting field position, but I mean, you have to go the length of the field on this drive. So here we go. Anthony Richardson gets the snap. It's got a man left side. It's JJ. Holds on to the ball. They'll go no huddle. So the Vikings going no huddle here. Gets the snap, keeps the ball on the ground with Cook. I mean, that's not the play here, guys. Maybe just trying to catch him off guard here. Seems to work. Gets the snap again. Left side, JJ. They'll take a timeout, now down to the 29. So a couple big JJ throws. He plays his best in the fourth quarter. How many times have we seen it? And we'll see what they want to do here. 1:05 left to go, needing a touchdown. A field goal will not help them in this situation. Richardson, Cook to his right. Gets the snap. Low snap corralled. It's Cook. Not going to do much. I mean, I get it. Keep the clock moving. But the more time that comes off this clock, the less opportunity you get. Weird snap corralled. JJ across the middle, caught. They take their final timeout. So Minnesota takes their final timeout. 33-27. With just under. Well, actually, they do have 40 seconds to play. So here we go. Minnesota. If it isn't there, throw it away. It's exactly what he'll do. 35 ticks left. Great play. All things considered by Richardson. You cannot throw a pick down in this area. Richardson from the gun gets the snap. Throws it out the back of the end zone again. 3rd and 10 now. So 3rd and 10. Here we go. Richardson gets the snap. Throws. Todd Hawkinson! Touchdown, Vikings! Drops on the multiple throws, but he makes the only one that matters. TJ Hawkinson. Oh, Nelly! A 360 no scope for the win. Say it with me. And there is your dagger. 33-33, this to make it 34-33. Joey Slide, please do not miss this kick. The snap, the spot, the kick is away. It is good. It's not over yet, but my goodness, that was a dagger shot. Richardson to Hawkinson. And now Green Bay. A field goal will win it. It's not over. 26 seconds. Joey Sly kicks it deep. Mainly going to be in a Kane kneel down, a Kane kneel down, however you want to look at it. Going over things with the guy who's made the most impact. 12 receptions, 125, 2 touches for Romeo Doubs. Rodgers made a career out of moments like this. Can he do it again? From the gun. Momentum on Minnesota's side. Gets the snap. Throws across the middle. Big completion. Big hit. Timeout called. Not like this. Not like this. Rodgers out of the shotgun. Snap. Looks right. Throws left. Caught Tunyon out of bounds. 50. And there's Sloman. The target line is the 38. That is his short career long. 2nd and 5 from the 50. Minnesota's given up a bunch of yardage here. Throws middle, caught. Tunyon and Harrison Smith lets him get in. Harrison Smith will back off and let him score. Oh no, Josh Metellus. What? Now Green Bay goes for 2. Green Bay will go for 2. Rodgers split back shotgun, gets the snap. No 2-point conversion to speak of. Minnesota needs a touchdown to win it now. What just happened? Wang Wu tries to get out there, not going to happen. 6 seconds left to play. So 6 seconds left to play. Oh boy, here we go. Green Bay playing back. He'll throw it out of bounds 1 second. The play wasn't there, not what they wanted. One opportunity left. They're playing deep. Can we see a miracle? JJ man in motion. It is a double. Just gonna throw it. There's the game. I mean, JJ throws the ball in disgust and Minnesota will fall to the Packers. 39-34 is your final. Richardson meeting with members of the Packers defense, and my goodness, what did we just witness? 2 interceptions apiece. Minnesota will fall to 5-2 on the season. I mean, you get the TJ Hawkinson 360 no scope, and then the defense just seemingly lets Rodgers throw it all around the field. Excuse me, the field. And they fold here in the final, excuse me, drive. There you have it. Oh boy. So Anthony Richardson will end the game on an 86.5 QB rating, 31-47, 31-447 rather, 65% completion percentage, 372, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and the heartbreaker. Wang Wu doesn't fumble on the return. Maybe he gets something else, but you give Rodgers the ball back with 20 seconds left to go, give or take. I mean, you don't expect that, but we said it. How many is he going to do it again? And gosh darn it, he did it. Robert Tunyon stabs us in the heart again, and the Packers take a 3-1 lead in the border battle, taking game number 4. Dalvin Cook, 29 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, had the ever heartbreaking fumble and a broken tackle. JJ, 1 for -3. Richardson 1 for 1. Receiving JJ, 12 catches, 152, no touchdowns, no gritties. That's got to break a streak. Adam Thielen, 6 for 69. Nice. Tyler Johnson, 5 for 64. Dalvin Cook, 4 for 46 and a touchdown. TJ Hawkinson, 2 for 19 with the no scope. It says 1 drop. I want to say he had 2 in the game. My goodness. Sam Laporta gets his name called seemingly out of nowhere. 1 for 14, and CJ Ham 1 for 8. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and my goodness, we got a triple-double. Harrison Smith, Jordan Hicks, Sean Murphy Bunting, each getting each getting double-digit numbers for total tackles, 16, 12, and 10 respectively. Lewis Seen had 9. I don't know why I call it a triple-double, but maybe 3 players with double-digit tackles. 3 triple double-digit tackles are the double form of the equation. Who knows? My goodness, what did we just witness, Vikings country? My heavens. Cameron Danzer with 7. Troy died with 5. Metellus, Smith, Phillips, Hunter with 3. Eli Ricks, Jaqueline Roy, and Storm Duck with 2. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Eric Hendricks had 3, all by his little lonesome. Hicks and Hunter had 2. Roy, Smith, no relation as far as we know. And Harrison Phillips, each with 1. Sacks, we added another one. Jordan Hicks got back there in the second half. Interceptions, we had 2 by Sean Murphy Bunting in the first half. Couple pass deflections, Danzler and Murphy Bunting. 3 forced fumbles of the game, 2 of them by Hicks, 1 of them by Andrew Booth Jr. We got 2 of them back. Daniil Hunter and Andrew Booth Jr. Recovered fumbles, not punts. My goodness. No blocks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings. And this one. Joey Sly, the Sly Guy, 2 for 2. Longest of 61, matching his career long here today. 4 for 4 on extra points. Hunter Nicewander added 3 punts in the second half. Still keeping his net punt yards 2 under his gross. So he's walking away with a win there. Only giving up 2 yards of punt returns to the Green Bay Packers. 1 of them inside the 20. Kick returns, 9 for Ken Nwangwu, 193. Of course, he does have a touchdown this season in the Charger game. Longest of 24. They're not going to show it, but he did fumble, put the ball on the ground, and that is what led the charge for the Packers. 2 punt returns by Dan Chisena, 15 yards, longest of 8. Yeah, I mean, this is... Man, this is a heartbreaker. Aaron Rodgers, 517, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Yeah, I mean, either way, the preceding heartbreak was a presentation of the NFL, the SSN. Said heartbreaking broadcast cannot be redistributed, reused, or restreamed without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. My goodness. This has been Randy Replay. We'll get you back to the main screen, preview everything going into the bye for your now 5-2 Minnesota Vikings, and getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll see you in just a minute. And welcome back to the main screen. That was heartbreaking. You were so hyped. Said the 360 no-scope for the win. There's your dagger. Then for that to happen, that has happened to the Falcons a couple times last seasons. One of them happened against the Aints, or the Saints as everybody else knows them. Made it worse, so he feels our pain and he understands. Yes, you have a chance to tie up the all-time record against the Packers in this franchise at 2 apiece. You have the lead, the 360 no-scope by TJ Hawkinson, and you got the hook. There's your dagger. You give the ball back to Rodgers. I want to say there was under 30 seconds left. Not thinking he could do much, and you just need your defense to make a couple plays. It's just not there. It's just not there. So there has to be a winner and a loser in every game, and we thought for sure Vikings would prevail. Just didn't happen. But looking at the division, Minnesota still in the lead by 2.5 games, if my math serves me correctly. Depending on what the Bears and Lions do. When we checked in, the Lions, the Bears were ahead, so we needed the Ravens to give us some help. The Bills officially trade Shaquille Griffin, looking around the league here, to the Lions, so that doesn't help our cause. And T. Higgins officially traded from Buffalo to the Lions, so that doesn't help our cause. What does Buffalo have against Minnesota? Interesting. So a couple key playmakers going to the Lions, and of course we traded for TJ, so now Shaquille Griffin and Von Miller on that defensive side. We take away Hawkinson, but they get T. Higgins, so my goodness. Okay, so looking around the league, the Bills have fallen to the Jets. The Falcons fell to the Bucks, and the Vikings fell to the Packers. So all the teams that we follow here in this franchise have lost this week. Vikings, had they won, they would have the best record in the NFC and out of all the teams that we follow here, but they're now tied for second, or tied for first rather, sorry, with the Falcons now. So that makes it interesting down the stretch, of course, that game, week 4. And now the Packers, the only blemish on the record. My goodness, going into the bye. Not something you want, but you got to roll with the punches to advance the week, and we will do that right now. So Minnesota falls to 5-2 on the season going into week 8, their bye week. And Randy Replay's bye week extravaganza. Be sure to stick around for that. It's the best time of the year. Figure out where everybody's sitting. So, the Bears hold on. They do defeat the Ravens. They are now 3-4, tied for second in the NFC North. The Lions lost. They fall to 2-4. Mock draft number 2 is out. So, Dallas Turner going to the Niners. Kind of go through this real quick. Don't know who any of these guys are. We're just trying to see who gets what. Minnesota, of course, does not have a first round selection. And there you have it. Either did the Falcons. So there you go, top 5. Dallas Turner, Damon Payne, excuse me, Amaris Mims, Emeka, oh gosh, Egbuka. That's what we're going to go with. Donovan Jackson, rounding out the top. Apparently didn't go to college. He's 6'4", 308 out of a high school. Just the best. It doesn't even need to go to college. Same with JT Tuamalawo or Tulo Malawo. Either way, a lot of these guys really apparently didn't go to college. So that's a storyline to watch. And we'll probably just cut all that. Yeah, we got some stuff to go over in the bye week. Seahawks and Falcons will do battle. As we take a look at the schedule, the Minnesota Vikings are off. Seattle will go to Atlanta to face the 5-2 Falcons. And then the Bills will be in New England, go up against the 6-1 Patriots. Anthony Richardson is still the #1 quarterback entering play. 22 picks, 22 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, 2,652 yards on the year. Dalvin Cook, #1 running back in terms of yardage, of course. He gets his 10th touchdown. JJ, #1 wide receiver. Kyle Pitts, #2. Chase Young, 10 sacks. Danielle Hunter, though, creeping up with 9. So that is something to follow. Trayvon Diggs, #1 in interceptions. Shajavius White and Cam Dantzler, the next 2, 4 underneath him. So I want to say Sean Murphy Bunting is pretty close to there as well. And we don't know who the #1 tackler is. It says 58. I'm pretty sure somebody on the Vikings has more than 58. We're going to take a look. Defense, total tackles, yeah. I mean, Harrison Smith has 83. So we're going to cover everything Minnesota Vikings football. No spoilers ahead. In the bye week extravaganza, feel free to come back next week for that. And then in week 11, Minnesota will be paying homage to all the fans. It's Fan Appreciation Week against the Denver Broncos. So we'll kind of go through the schedule in the bye week extravaganza as well. But yeah, Sunday at noon, week 11, be sure to come out and enjoy discounted tickets, discounted merchandise. We'll have roaming vendors around giving the kids free stuff. And, of course, as always, tickets are still available, so Vikings.com/tickets, 1-800-VIKINGS to get those in. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings fall to the Green Bay Packers in a heartbreaker. You never want to say that sentence, but it's the reality we face in week number 7. This has been Randy Replay. 39-34 the score. I will see you in the next one.